Good evening, everyone. Surprise! I'm taking over from Martin tonight. It's my first time on television, on YouTube. So it's a little bit, it will be a little bit different because I just should introduce myself first. You, of course, have maybe no idea who I am. My name is Marjolein. I am Martin's fiancé. I live with him together since 8 years. We've been since 9 years, and we've been almost 10 years together. We met each other in Sri Lanka, and I moved to Sweden with him. I'm from the Netherlands originally, and we practice here. We live together. We met each other in Nilan Bay. In a meditation center in Sri Lanka, that is. I was working in Sri Lanka as a... Hi, Mats. Hey. It is funny because you guys don't know me, of course. But I've been in the chat quite a lot. So I know a few of your names. We've been in Sri Lanka together, and I was there... volunteering. I'm a social worker. I worked with kids with a disability, and I needed to get out a little bit. I just did my yoga teacher training in India before that, and then Martin and me, we met in a meditation center. It was a silent retreat, 5-day silent retreat. Thank you. Good evening. Martin started talking the whole time. He kept on saying like, hey, how are you doing? And I was like, shh, we should be quiet because it's very serious. I'm here in a silent meditation. It was for me, it was very, very serious. But he's practicing so much and doing so many other practices. So for him, it was just kind of another meditation retreat. And he's been there for a while. And for me, it was very important to be very mindful and still and etc. So I'm going to take over from him tonight. I'm used to guiding meditations and yoga classes during my classes here in Sweden, and I hope you can enjoy a little of that. You can also ask dirty secrets. I have no problems on sharing that with you. No, go kidding. But you can ask things if you'd like as well about our relationship, maybe how it is to live together in a mindful relationship, or how I'm practicing, because I was not in the Buddhist tradition as Martin was actually. He's never really been a Buddhist, but he's of course been in the traditions as a Buddhist monk. But I was never in there. Interesting. How is everyday life with Martin? It is. Thank you for the question, Mats. It is. We practice. Well, like I said, I was not in the Buddhist tradition, but I have been in other yoga traditions, and before that I was. Practicing my own mindfulness, and I did mindfulness courses. I've been to Vipassana, and I did some kind of retreats with a woman I really liked. Her name is Amma. I did a lot of those kind of spiritual practices before I met Martin. So I was already interested in mindfulness and in how to practice, and he brought the way of his practice with him to me, and I got to know about distortions. And for me, there was a whole world opening up, because I had all these practices and ideas about how I should look at myself, how I should be able to look at my past, how we could get rid of, like you say, the onion you have, and how you get rid of the layers. And then to come back to your core, and I had done all these like different kind of spiritual practices, from shamanism to other things, and But I always felt like, yeah, there's a lot of truth to it, but it was never really like, yes, this is what I feel works for me as well. And until I met Martin, his practice about distortions, and he just kind of taught me like, it's just distortions what you're feeling. So if you're mindful and you're feeling it, it's just distortion. And still, it took me quite a while to understand what actually distortion was until we, started seeing it more and more. And now I try to practice that part, and it gave me so much more. I don't need to have all the stories anymore. I don't need to understand why something has happened to me from my past or those kind of things. So that was really, that was really nice. And so we both, we both practice a lot. And like this morning, actually, we did yoga together. Well, now I have kids, so it's not so often anymore. But before, we sat together a lot also. We meditated like mornings and evenings together. We went to Buddhist or practice, and there was a Buddhist place before where we had met other people, and we sit together, and that we did. And nowadays it's a little bit different actually. We still practice, but we have kids now, so it's much more. We communicate a lot. We talk a lot about our feelings, about what's happening. Martin is really, he knows me sometimes better than I know myself, and that's very annoying, and that's very good also, because he say like, hey, you know, what's going on? And I was like, I just don't want to feel that right now, or I don't want to know that right now. I just want to pretend it's not there sometimes, and then he's noticing it, and then he's like, okay, he let me be, and then after a while I come back and like, you know, that's right, and then we both feel immediately that there's a shift or a change or something so it's very, we kind of have the same kind of interests in our life and in our way of, how we want to be in life and how we want to live life and enjoy, and so that is that's good to practice, and it can be intense as well, of course, because you know I still have my things, he has his things, and we're a couple. We're working on ourselves, and I think that's very important. We've been together for 10 years almost, and that's the longest we both ever been to someone else, with someone else, been together with someone. And that is, that's amazing. Just gonna drink a little sip of water and starting to understand how this works a little bit. Look, we have the cups, the Moomintrollen, this Martin the thing, and I got my first one for my birthday a few weeks ago. So there was another question. You need to tell Martin to stop playing around and tell him to marry you already. Thank you. We're actually engaged for a long time also. We got engaged in Iceland. And it was very romantic, and I did not expect at all to that he would ask me to get married. He asked me he had a stone, actually he had 2 stones, and then he went on one knee on like a beautiful glacier, and I was just like, wait, what's gonna happen? So we and then of course he said yes, and it was I said yes, and then after that we got to a beautiful place in Iceland that made their rings and everything together, because we thought it was important also that there was it was a bit meaning to the jewelry we got there. We never wear it, so we both nothing. But it was a beautiful idea behind it. I remember the place they made their jewelry. They said mindfully, and they wanted to be good materials from good places and everything. So that is, nice to see you from this end, Martin says. Hi. Nice to see you. It's very weird sitting here. It's really quiet. Normally I sit on the other side. I'm actually, for you, I said before, I've been in the chat as well. So I recognize Mats and JVB. I'm actually Mindful Mama. So that's my name, and I wanted to introduce myself as the fiancé, but at the same time I did not, because I wanted to practice myself in my own way, because I want to learn from Martin's experiences, and I want to chat with you guys, and I want to learn about what you think, how you practice in life, and therefore I actually never told that it was me, but it's not a secret, so I just like to tell that you guys now. So I actually wanted to say something more about, very welcome if you have more questions, but there's something more I wanted to tell, because maybe I know there was a question before. Maybe Nadia, she asked a question before. She asked me how it was living and practicing mindfulness while having ADHD. Martin said that I would come to the channel one time, and if anyone would have a question, they could ask already. So she said that, she asked that. I'm diagnosed with ADHD. Long time ago. I'm 41 right now, and I was diagnosed when I was 13, first time, 14 maybe, and second time when I was 28, because I didn't believe that I had it. I just thought it was my personality, and then I got diagnosed again. And I'm actually in a trial again here in Sweden at the moment, starting to get another diagnosis here. It's not about the diagnosis for me, because I know myself and I know that I have what I have, but it's very nice to get some help with that as well, because ADHD, having kids, is quite intense. And back to the question, Nadia, she asked me about how it is to have ADHD and to practice mindfulness. I actually started mindfulness after my second diagnosis of ADHD when I was 28. I went to therapy in the Netherlands, and there they recommended to do mindfulness course. And then the whole world opened up to me, and I was like, wow, yes, this is amazing. I really wanted to be in this moment and practice, and being here, and everything felt like it fell into place. So I started doing that. And it really helped me to be grounded, because when you have ADHD, I don't know how it is for anyone else, of course, because every person with ADHD is different. And also I don't know how other people, their brain works, because, well, this is my brain, and I lived with this for all my life. But what I realized is that mindfulness really helped me with being this moment. I really started realizing how many thoughts I have, and how many thoughts are not true, or how many thoughts I don't need to do anything with. So practicing the mindfulness helps me bring me back to being inside of my body. In what ways do you think yoga and meditation work together? Martin is asking. I'll come back to that in a minute. So what it is to practice, how to live with ADHD and mindfulness. The thing is with ADHD is that I have to constantly, kind of, my mind is constantly quick and running and up, and things pop up and ideas, and I see things a bit different than many people. So I have to work, I think, a little bit harder even to stay focused and to stay mindful. And therefore, I'm also a yoga teacher. I started doing yoga teacher training for 10 years ago in India because I needed it myself. So therefore, I started becoming a yoga teacher, and I thought I'm going to share this because I thought it's important to share with other people as well. And then tying this into Martin's question, why I think yoga and meditation work together. Well, there's basically not really a difference for me at least. Yoga is meditation in movement, and depends on how you practice and where you practice. But you can do mindful yoga, you can do flow yoga, you can do Ashtanga, and everything is about being aware, coming into your body and moving your body. The tradition I like is Raja Yoga. I did that teacher training as well. And the Raja Yoga is more focusing on meditation. So then we practice, so we do our yoga asanas, our postures. And then in the end, we meditate for a while. But also during the class, we come back the whole time to how does this feel? What's it doing in your body? Where can you... where do you feel the tightness? Where can you relax even more? So it's very intertwined with each other. It's the yoga is not separate from meditation, in my point of view. Except for, of course, you're sitting when you meditate, sitting in meditation, you sit for a longer period of time. And when you do yoga, you move for quite a in a mindful, meditative way, and then your mind calms down during the yoga, often at least, and then afterwards, for me it's easier to focus and to sit and to meditate. So I was thinking of doing that as well. We're not going to move today, not doing yoga. We can do that some other time, but we're gonna meditate a bit if there's no more questions, or you can save your questions for afterwards. I'm bit different than Martin, his approach. You're used to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. To be honest, I rarely do that myself. I think it's a very good help. It's really nice to start that. But I don't do that in my yoga classes very often, actually. Every now and then, maybe occasionally. And today I like to... we'll see what happens. I'll guide you also in your 20 minutes meditation, so feel free to practice this with me. Does your body ever communicate with you that it wants meditation over yoga? Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes it needs stillness, and but that can also be done in yoga, because there's also something called yin yoga. I actually teach that also right now. And then you keep your posture for 5, 3 to 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 minutes. I usually choose 5 minutes. So then again, I can do a yoga posture that you keep for 5 minutes. And it can be very tough because there's a lot of distortions could come up during that posture that you're sitting in or lying in. In the posture, you relax your body. You can become more aware of your breath, and you can feel more openness, for example. So then I choose that when I feel, okay, my body needs stillness, and not a yoga, not a flow. Then I just choose 1 or 2 or 3 yoga postures. And sometimes more, and then I do that kind of yoga. But I also not do yoga at all sometimes, and I just sit still and meditate. But what I noticed for me, it's easier to move my body first, to kind of get out of my head. Maybe it's an ADHD thing that I have. Maybe it's just something that more people experience. It's very nice to get that movement, so I can come back into my body, so to kind of let go of more thoughts. Of there's, it's just calmer, and then I can start sitting still. So that is, sometimes like what happens. It tells me I don't know if my body really tells me that. Or that is just something that I try out, and then I notice like, oh yeah, this is actually not working right now. I try something else, and that's working better at that moment. Yeah. So that is okay, vice versa as well. Absolutely. Sometimes I sit and there's no way I can just focus. It just like so many thoughts and so many going away, and I'm so distracted. And then I move a little bit first. And then I can sit more if I still feel I'd like to sit. But yeah. But I also did Vipassana. I did one. And actually took me quite a few years before I dared to do that. 10 days, 10 hours per day. And then you just sat, I think, for like 7 hours. And then 3 times you had a walking meditation. So you moved. And that was working as well, very well. So it can happen that that's just something. It's not a distortion, sometimes to get... if you think, oh, I cannot sit, I have to maybe just look at the stuff happening in my brain, and then it becomes after a while it slows down as well, and it becomes easier. And especially when I did it 10 days in a row, then like the 6th day or something, it's just like, oh yeah, it's became kind of a easier thing. It is not for everyone. In Vipassana, they actually ask, I remember, not to tell you about your experiences, because experience can be so different for everyone, and not to have to go into the whole Vipassana with your expectations already, which you probably will have, what everyone has. They said, like, don't talk about it too much, so everyone has their own new experiences, kind of. So if there are no more questions for now, we're gonna start. So if anyone is new, actually, I'm not Martin, as you can see. I'm Marjolein. I'm Martin's fiancée. I've lived with him for many years now. And we practice together. I listen to Martin, his videos a lot as well. And I like, we talk about ideas and how we see things, and how he sees things. And then we live our life kind of. We forget that often in I would say a practicing kind of way, because we forget often that it might not be so normal in a relationship that you discussed your feelings, triggers, things that happen, but also it doesn't go overboard, because I can see that, or I've saw that in people in my friends' circle. People who were only busy with like, what does it do to you? What is this? What is this? And how? And it became a little bit too much of a work situation. And what we want is also have fun and create and be with our kids and practice in a lighter way, kind of. And that works, really well. It's really nice. So we're gonna sit for 20 minutes. You can come and sit with me if you feel like it. Otherwise, you do your own practice. Or you can follow me. Otherwise, you do your own practice. You can sit on something if you don't sit on something already, to make your pelvic, your hip bone, twist a little bit, so you can sit with a more straighter back. I like to relax my shoulders. Your hands can relax somewhere in your lap, your knees, whatever feels comfortable for you. You can also sit in a chair or on a sofa with your back straight, away from leaning backwards. So you need your body to sit upright, so you keep yourself a bit more awake. I'm gonna start with the bell, as Martin does as well. And we do this 3 times, and in the end I will ring it again for 3 times, so you know it is our meditation is done. Enjoy. So as you're sitting down, Drop your sitting bones down to the floor. Let them be heavy and settle yourself in a little bit deeper. Drop your jaw. And relax your forehead. And relax your stomach area. And observe your body, how you are sitting right now. You feel the touch of your legs on the floor, your feet. Maybe you feel the touch of your legs on top of each other or close to each other. How is your hip area doing right now? Can you let your sitting bones sink a little bit deeper into the floor? And drop your shoulders. And down to your arms. Your elbows, your lower arms, your hands, and your fingers, your fingertips. And how do your fingertips feel? Is it warm or cold? Maybe you feel the touch of your body when your fingertips are lying on your legs. Or maybe you feel them touch your other hand. And observe how this is for you right now. Is it soft? Or hard, warm, maybe sticky. And bring your awareness to your stomach. And without any force or pushing, try to relax your stomach a bit more. The front part and the sides of your stomach. And can you feel any movement in your stomach from your breath? Try to let the breath come naturally. If your breath is higher up, let your breath be higher up. There's no need to force your breath down to your stomach area. It's often a misconception in yoga. Breathe to your stomach, it's been said so often. And then we push it down towards our stomach. And instead, we want to relax and maybe the breath goes by itself. And move your awareness to your lower back. And move your awareness to your middle back. And bring it up to between your shoulder blades. And bring your awareness to your shoulders. And observe how your whole back, from the lower back up till your shoulders, is doing right now. Any sensations you feel? Maybe you feel the touch of your clothes on your skin. Maybe you feel heat, warm, cold, tingles. Just be aware of your back as it is right here, right now. And bring your awareness to your neck and your throat. And how does your neck feel right now? And your throat. And try to relax those parts of your body as well. And move your awareness up to your head. All the little hairs on your head. And bring your awareness to your face. Your forehead. Around the eyes. And behind your eyes. Your eyelids. Your eyeballs. Try to relax there as well. Relax your cheeks, drop your jaw, and relax your mouth. Maybe you're aware that your tip of your tongue is above, on the upper part, behind the upper part of your teeth, and just relax it down. Find a comfortable way for your tongue to relax. And from here we bring the awareness to your whole body as a whole. From the tip of your toes to the crown of your head. And everything in between. And relax. And let go. Any tension that arises. It's okay. And try to relax at the same time. And from here, you can start focusing on your breath. Try not to change your breath, but let it come naturally. What is your breath doing right now? Where do you feel your breath? Can you observe your breath from the tip of your nose going in, all the way inside your body, where it ends and where it pauses, and when it flows out again, all the way from your body out through your nose. And after your out breath, there will be a pause, very likely, and you observe the in-breath again, in your own tempo and breath. Can you feel the difference in your in-breath and your out-breath and the heat around your nostrils? And anytime your mind wanders away into a distraction, could be a thought or a sound, maybe an itch or something else, a fly. Just observe what happens and bring your awareness back to your breath. Going in and out in your own tempo. Maybe there is an urge to move. And you can always choose if you feel that urge. You either move, or you look at it, that's one of the distortions there, in my opinion. And where does it come in your body? Where does it arise, or where is it happening? So you can practice while you're sitting. We're just sitting a little bit longer and observe your urge to move. If you feel you do not want to today, you can observe the distortion and the urge while you move as well. You can move just be gentle for yourself. You don't need to practice hard or intensely. If you feel like you just want to move, you change your position, you can do that, of course. It's up to you. Part of your awareness stays with your breath, the in and the out breath. And part of your awareness goes to your body. You can start observing your body. If there is any tension arising, maybe a pain, maybe some kind of uncomfortableness, you can use your breath to relax those parts at the same time. So you can use your in-breath and go to that place in your body you feel tension or pain, uncomfortableness. And you bring your in-breath towards it, or while you breathe in, go to that place. While you breathe out, you can let your breath help you. You relax a little bit more, the muscles. And you sink down a little bit more and let it relax. You bring your awareness back to your body and how you're sitting here, with your sitting bones a little bit deeper in the floor. Feel the touch of your legs that you're sitting on the floor, each other, and the chair. Relax your stomach. And drop your shoulders. Relax your jaw. And relax your forehead. You can either keep on sitting and practice more, sit longer, sit more. If you like to ask a few more questions or just want to say something, feel welcome as well. Hey Stephen, hi. I think we missed each other in the beginning. I'm Marjolein, Martin, his fiancé, here today. Martin was a bit lazy, he didn't felt like... no kidding. Martin is actually doing a fast at the moment. He stopped eating yesterday evening. And he felt a little bit weak before, and he said like, oh, you know what, if you, we talked about you doing the guiding meditation one evening, so you get to know the people a little bit more as well, and they get to know you a little bit. It's just fun, maybe. You could do it tonight, so I said, yeah, let's see how it goes, because we have 2 small kids that I bring to bed most evenings. And they fell asleep 5 to 8, so I was just rushed here quickly, actually a little bit to start this. So it was very nice to be here. I understand why you like being on this side of the camera, Martin. It's very nice. I hope you liked it, this meditation. I'm curious if you... it's a completely different style than Martin, of course, and it was a little bit improvised from my end. It's very nice to guide a meditation again. I thought I do it quite a lot during my yoga classes, but then we take 5 minutes, mostly because the people there are for yoga. They want to move their body. And then I'm like, oh, I wish I could meditate more. I could just sit here for an hour. And we do sometimes afterwards as well, a little bit longer, 10-15 minutes. I have a yoga class every Sunday that's like regular, like every week. And the people who come to my class, they sign up for the whole season. Or we have a autumn and winter class, so they sign up for like 14 weeks there. And we have a winter, we start in January to the summer kind of, and so I see them every week and we can practice more and more. So that's actually very nice, and the longer we are together, the more meditation we can do as well, and that's really nice, I think. And I hear back from people as well that they really start appreciating it. In the beginning it's like, oh, I'm never going to be able to do 5 minutes, it's terrible, and how can I sit still, and like that. And then afterwards like, oh, did we already stop now? Or it's very interesting to see how it often shifts a lot. JVB asking, I'm sorry, how do you pronounce your name? It's a Marjolein. It's a Dutch name. It's very common actually there, but in Sweden I think I'm together with 4 other Marjoleins in the whole of Sweden. You can see that on like a website, and I once looked it up. And mostly people call me Maria here, or Madeleine, because it's difficult to pronounce. So, but it's Marjolein. And I have had a friend once in India actually, and she said like, well, how to remember your name? I think about Mario, like Mario Brothers, Mario, and then line, like a line, so Mario line. Yeah, that was also fine. If there's no more questions, then I'll leave you guys to it, and I see you from the other side. Mariolon. Yes, perfect as well. I can write it later. I said it before, Mindful Mama in the group as well, so I can write my name there. I hope you everyone, I hope you had a nice evening, and I'll hope you have a lovely week. This is, when will you and I to be on camera together? Marjolein, oh, Martin wrote it there. Good, very good. Be on camera together? Yeah, that's a good question. He can come in if he wants to, but just for a quick hi, if you're there. Or we can do it one other time in the future. Maybe we'll sit together one time. It's interesting to sit together. Actually, I really like it more, even when we were the two of us, than to practice all alone. Because then we have. I will come some other time. Yeah. Because it just it helps somehow with the practice. I think it's very nice to do it together, to meditate together. Yeah, it's a bit difficult because we have 2 children, and one of them is 6, and the other one is turning 3 actually in a few days. So one of us has to be close to them. So if something happens or if they wake up, we don't. I hear when they are awake or something. And if we're here out in Marta's studio, it's a little bit further away from the house. It's just difficult to do this together at the same time if we don't have a babysitter, which we don't have so often. Sometimes now my parents are here actually visiting us in Sweden. We get a little bit more us time, so we could do it actually maybe soon, some other time. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today as a bit of a surprise. I liked it a lot, and I'll see you guys soon, some other time again. Thank you for watching, and nice meeting you guys as well. Bye. Enjoy your week.